This story begins, as all good stories do, on a dark and stormy winter's night. I'd been working as a healer, and one of my clients turned up for his appointment more than usually agitated. "There are spirits," he confessed, "in my living room, and they want me to help them to cross over to the other side." And with this somewhat alarming statement, the collection that was to become Stroking Cerberus was born. I'm a spiritual healer, not a medium, so I can't talk to the dead. Indeed, my deafness in this incarnation means I often can't talk to the living either. These poems are tales of communication and miscommunication, of myth and longing, of loss in this life and what follows. My research started with an investigation of electronic voice phenomenon, a form of paranormal activity found in recordings of static and white noise, interpreted as spirit voices. In the early 1900s, phonograph record cutters and wire recorders were used for this purpose. The first couple of poems in the collection are on this theme. Static. What's it like behind a waning moon? Is there anybody there with you? The dog, is he there too? I admitted, I'm a little anxious now. He always loved you more than me. Please say he is. You leave a gap in case they answer. Then, as instructed, you play it backwards, the tape, again and again. Nothing but the empty wire, again and again. You creep up on it, hope to catch it sprawling. Nothing but the empty wire. Nothing. Relying on the dead for company. It never works. They've seen too much of life, think themselves superior. Still, you leave a gap in case they answer. And then, as instructed, you play it backwards, the empty tape, the wire, the tape, the wire, again and again, the tape, the wire, the tape. And finally you realize there is little in it between this world and the other. You become acquainted with the silence. Do I know you? I hope so. Oh, I do hope so. RSVP. Every civilization has its afterlife myths, and none more so than the Greeks. Charon ferried the dead across the river Acheron to transport them from the upper to the lower world. And my first poem in this section is called The Acheron. She tells him she needs a witness to the murmuring of the shades in that cataclysmic place, lest in the drinking of the lethe she forgets. He agrees to go with her. He names his price. He clambers from his skiff, makes fast his pole and chalks a rudimentary sign. Self-hire, outbound only. Honesty box, no foreign coins, no change given. The ferryman, turning back mid-tide. I thought you knew the way, he said. Down and out in the upper world. He takes her money, the ferryman, of course he does. Walks in a world he's never seen but soon despises. There is no work here for the likes of him. He has no transferable skills, no CV. He finds a blanket in the underpass and he settles down with the shells of men who would not pay his fee. He dreams of a great darkness, of a river, viscid, burning, full of deviant attractions. He keeps his money close to his chest. He has no idea how things work here. They take his money, of course they do. Those men who need it for fares and crossings. They go to clasp his hands, seal his lips, amorous in their corruptibility. Perhaps the most famous Greek myth is that of Orpheus and Eurydice. Orpheus makes a deal with Hades that if he, Orpheus, can walk to the surface without looking back, his recently deceased wife, Eurydice, will be returned to life. He fails in this task. My poem, Orpheus, features Cerberus, he of the collection title, the three-headed dog that guards the gates of the underworld to prevent the dead from leaving. So here is my version of Orpheus. He does not look back. In time, she resents this. They bicker. He is cruel. She asks him to move out. She finds she craves it, the underworld. The light here hurts her eyes. The days are too long and she misses the dog. Let me in, she pleads, fisting the gates. Let me in. But they will not. That night she hears the shadow howl of Cerberus, strokes his head as he lays them on her pillow, feels his hot breath at her neck, and returns to the cavern of her dreams.